Happy Saturday night. Saturday night. Is what you good?
Yeah.
Everybody's ready?
Everybody's there and everybody's ready.
Is it 7 o'clock yet?
7:03.
Okay. Well, we can't start until 7:05. We have to be late. Uh-oh. I am late.
Angeli's gonna stop the recording. No, I'm just kidding. She's about to.
All right, so we're ready to skedaddle.
To Seattle.
Hello, again.
What was that?
Oh, okay. Ona gadi wahi kajokwa. So what I want to see is nearly. Kasi dancer you just how I know you and that's going to start or not running. That in over there do gurunga gadi I guess yet the sort of as a tongue rock dana yet in the stars you hunzagi dana wegus me gurungwe. That in over there do a guedzini ganyat the gerdo dana guego or quadre or no posu. That in over there yet the sort of gunhan there on the headstone mechanic good here that the how I don't again had dam dawe aron hetsen and does a stasser and gunungwe. Dam dawe aron hetsen and asset niga darge ne kanyaga haga radinato ronata runi dana riska devoge. Dam dawe aron hetsen and hori huio gari what shunser dana does it stasser. So as always, as everybody knows that whenever we get together, we always have to carry out 100 gari wadekwa first. And so everybody is used to hearing this by now. We always begin by giving our thanks to our origins, giving thanks to the things in life that created us and the things that we need to continue to sustain us. And so we always begin by giving our thanks to the great spiral of creation, to Sky Woman herself, that when we look up into the nighttime sky, we are not looking into cold, dark, empty space. We are looking into the solid living body of our great mother, of Sky Woman herself. All that exists from her and because of her. And so we give thanks to her, to Sky Woman, as it is she who has given us spirit. From there, we give our thanks to the beating heart of our Mother Earth, to our grandmother Moon. It is she that regulates the flow of the lifeblood in all things, not just the great bodies of waters, the oceans, but if she can move those big bodies, then she moves the water in even in the cup that you are drinking. She moves the bodies of water within your body, your eyeballs, in your brain, in all things. And so we give thanks to her, as it is she who has given us blood. From there, we give our thanks to our Mother Earth, regardless of what language you speak, what color you are, where you have grown out of our Mother Earth, and most importantly, regardless of what you imagine divides us. We have all come from the same mother, making us all one family, one species, not different races because of different colors or different languages or different beliefs. We are one species, one united family. And this is not just the family of people, humans that look like us. We are part of the family of all living things upon our Mother Earth. If you back up to away from our Mother Earth to our grandmother Moon and you look at the Earth, this is what we look like collectively. We look like different color humans. We look like trees. We look like lakes. We look like wolves, bears, turtles. All that exists within our Mother Earth is what makes up our identity, making us of the human family, of what we refer to as the Ungwe Hungwe, the true beings. And so we give thanks to our Mother Earth, as it is she who has given us body. From there, we give our thanks to all the women, regardless of to all the women, from the newest born baby girl to the eldest grandmother, as they carry the sacred title of life giver into the world and are to be honored and respected. We give thanks to them for the mothers in all strains of life, not just of humans, of the fishes, of the birds, of the crawling animals that you cannot see beneath the surface of the earth, of all things. And so we give thanks to all the life givers in all the shapes and forms they come in, for in this world they give us purpose and direction. From there, we give our thanks to all the waters and all the medicines in all the shapes and forms they come in, and to remind ourselves to keep always keep in mind that you are a medicine to your grandparents are a medicine to you, you are a medicine to your friends. The way that you conduct yourself, you can be a good medicine or you can be a bad medicine. Many of you, everybody has an example of just this week. In the past week, you know of when you have had contact with different people. You know that for some this week, you were good medicine. And you know that hopefully, not too much, knock on wood, but for some, we were bad medicine. So you are always to remember the power that you have in this world, that you are not just wandering through this world as like an untethered thing just free to blow in the wind. You are of the family of Ungwehunwe. You are the family of our Mother Earth, and we all carry responsibility with that. We all carry title. Our names are titles, our clans are titles, and with it comes responsibilities. And so we give thanks to our ancestors who carried the good mind, and we ask them to help us to show us how to return our mothers back to their natural seat of authority within all our nations, so they can manage all our people properly once again. I think that was pretty much it. Oh, we asked them to help us to return the true spirit of the Asat Nigat Dardiga, the three clans that are not only intrinsic to the Kanienkeha, but that are universal. The three clans of turtle, wolf, and bear are within all peoples, all nations, all countries on earth. And so we give thanks to them, as this is for all living things on earth, our foundation to the house in which we live within. There was something I forgot there. You all know that we try to make the opening as short as possible. If there's something that is forgotten, then that is for you to put in its place. But if there is at any time, ever, when somebody is doing a Hontagari Wadekwa, if there is something that is of extra like importance or sticking out in your day, in your week, that something is so strong that you feel that it should be identified in a Hontagari Wadekwa, then whoever is doing the speaking, if it's not yourself, then at the end of the Hontagari Wadekwa, at the opportune moment when you have the time to present this and to say in whichever way you would approach it, just to identify that there is something that I see as necessary to be mentioned in the Hontagari Wadekwa. Okay, now, anyways, was there anything that we said last week that we were going to carry over, that we were going to start with? Anybody remember? Nothing? Maybe, because maybe I'm mixing up our Zooms now. I think we're doing too many. Okay, so there was nothing in the Kanienkeha class. Okay, so then this is what we're going to start with today. We're going to start with the what is in the air right now. I'm sure that when you went down into town this week, somebody must have asked you if you were planting this year, right? So this is the thing that we're going to start off with, since this is the time, you know, like try to keep things in as, what would the term be here? Practical application as much as possible. So in this cycle of the season, this is where we would say, first, we would start off with, if somebody was just initiating the conversation, even though you might know, you might say, what moon phase is it now? We did not cover that, right? In the other, when we spoke of all the moon phases. So here we'll just ask, what moon phase is it now? We're not necessarily going to answer that. It's just a redundant question.
Huh? Share screen. You should always put me as a co-host too, because it's better on my side. How come you're not? And I'm talking about all the the Constitution and this one because
That should be done every time before we get started.
Well, I don't even know how it happened.
While we're waiting, everybody, we're moving so fast all the time, so we tend to forget the pleasantries, you know, like the common decencies. We should first always start by greeting everybody. Hope that everybody's okay. This is one thing that it tends to fly over our heads all the time because we're always business, business, business. So anyways, hopefully everybody is okay. Hopefully everybody had a good week since last week. For us, it was really nice. This time of year, of course, everything is so beautiful. We're just coming out of the full moon this week. So the moon phases this week was really, really nice, really beautiful. So anyways, hopefully everybody had a good week and nobody's got any complaints. Or if you do, keep them to yourself anyways. There's a complaint box, I guess, somewhere. File them there and
Find it.
eventually we'll get it. Oh, I know what you do. You put it in a bottle and throw it in the ocean.
And somebody canoeing in the San Lawrence will find it eventually.
Eventually.
Hey, Edith, that first, what phase of the moon are we in? I wrote something before that, but it's Kanue Iwe Asutaka Garakwa.
Hang on.
Kanue.
Kanue, yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's because I was like trying to write it down, but I just see it here.
Yeah, okay, Kanue. Space Iwe.
Yeah, I have it here. I'm gonna just copy it now. All right.
Yeah, okay. Kanue Iwe Asutaka Garakwa.
Kanue Iwe Asutanka Garakwa.
Ganue iwe asantonka garakwa.
Ganue iwe asatanka garakwa.
Marc,
Kanue iwe asantankwa garagwa.
Garakwa, yeah.
Garakwa.
Merrick,
Kanunwe iwe asantanka garakwa.
Elsa, Elsa, you're muted.
Okay.
We can't hear you properly.
It's her connection.
It's her connection. She's got a really bad connection. We were at her place, when was that? The other night anyways. And we were trying to watch something on the internet and it was cutting out for like a minute at a time. It would stay off. So we
Okay.
might have a hard time with Elsa tonight, so bear with her on that.
Who's next anyway?
Yeah, Harold. Or Desiree or both.
Did you?
No, we didn't, Elsa. We didn't hear any.
Okay.
Kanue Iwe Asutaka
You
Garakwa,
didn't.
whoever's next.
Harold,
Nungwe Iwe Garakwa.
Frans,
Okay, I'm gonna try. Are you hearing me?
yes, now,
Do you hear me?
yes.
Do I do it again?
Go ahead, do it. Do it.
Okay, Kanue Iwe Santinga Garakwa.
We lost you again.
We're gonna have a hard time with Elsa tonight. Okay, so anyways, for the rest of the night, if she cuts out like that, we're just gonna go on. She could hear us, she could read it at her own pace. So Elsa, if you can hear me right now, we're having a very hard time hearing you. So when it comes time to your turn, just read it off one time and we're gonna move on no matter what, whether we can hear you or not. So right now, let's move on to the next person after Elsa.
It was Harold and he said it, so France.
Ganue iwe asatanka garakwa.
Very good.
Will.
Ganue iwe ansuntaka kurakwa.
Ganumwe iwe asatanka garakwa. So the order for tonight is, as usual, Stuart, Marie-Claude, Edith, Mark, Merrick, Elsa, if she can, Harold, France, and Will, and then me. So circle.
Okay.
Okay. So that
You said you got something else?
Yeah, well, Edith, you see it on your screen. So you have to go Aroka.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay,
see
that's the
that.
next, did you plant yet?
Mm.
Yeah. Sayantu Areko, have you planted yet? Sayantu Areko.
Can, while Edith's fixing that, can you break that down into which part is have you and planted?
Okay, Sayantu, let's have you.
You, Zion.
Have you planted? And then Areko is yet. It's not vet, it's yet. Is that a Y, Edith? I can't see
Yeah,
it.
it's just that I cut the screen. There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll read it again. We'll start. Sayantu Areko.
Sayanto article.
Sayanto Ariko.
Sayanto article.
Sayanto Areco.
Sayanto arco.
Sayendo arco.
Sayatu Arako.
Tayanto areko.
Zayanto arako.
Sayanto Ariko. Circle.
Would you be able to say yeah article?
Yeah,
Would that
Not
be
yet.
proper?
Yeah.
Or is that like baby language?
no. You just say yeah, Areko. It's a good answer.
Okay, so we'll put yeah article and then we'll just put yes, I have planted.
How would you spell that?
IAH. Yeah, article. And then the next one after that would be yes, I have planted. No, yeah, article is
No, I haven't planted.
not yet.
Yeah, Areko is no, I haven't planted. Yeah, Areko, they were jump to it. Okay, I didn't finish. Yeah, Areko, they were jump to.
Your article is not yet.
Just
Simple,
that.
not yet. There in your article, there's no planting in there. That's just saying not yet.
I thought he will compliment the whole thing.
I just sent it in. So yeah, Areko, they were jump to.
No.
You see it, Edith?
Hang on, it's coming. And what does that mean? The
I
way
didn't plant yet. Not yet planted, yeah.
Is it, would it be proper, Kanienkeha, like to say like proper English? If somebody says, have you planted yet? in English, you could say, no, I haven't planted yet, or you can just quite simply say, not yet. So in Kanienkeha, is it proper to say just not yet?
Yeah, ya arako te wajanto.
Your article. Yeah, but can you say it without saying that what up to?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
If somebody said, are you finished eating? You say ya arako.
Your article. Okay, so then that can apply to anything.
Anything.
Not yet. Not yet.
Then you got to
Okay.
put not yet for what? Then you got to put the word in.
Have you planted yet? Not yet. Are you going to plant?
Okay, is everybody going to say this?
Oh yeah, we didn't do that. I
Okay.
thought we.
Ya arako te wajanto.
Yeah, article de what jump to.
Ya ariko te wajampo. Ya ariko te wajampo.
Ya areko te wajanto.
Ya ariko te wajanto.
Ya ariko te wachando.
Ya ariko te wajanto.
Ya ariko de wajanto.
Ya arako te wajanto.
Ya ariko te wajanto. Circle.
Okay, good. Now what's the next one?
Are you going to plant?
Okay. Janto serega.
Santosere.
Oh,
No,
no.
no. It's
No,
John.
I just like to have fun trying to see if I'm getting what you're saying. You know what I mean? Well,
That's right.
go.
Yeah, Janto serega.
Santosere go.
Santo Sirigan. Santo Sirigan.
Tanto seregan.
Santo serega.
Sando serga.
Santo seregan.
Santo seregan.
Zonto zeragan.
Santo serega. Circle.
Okay, there's another word if you want to put it in. Is zaanayotogan. Have you seeded yet?
I don't know. This is not the good one. Let's wait till, till he sends it.
What's this? Okay, what's that? Okay. Where is that? You didn't write it right.
I know.
Zaanayoto, zaan. Yeah, yeah. Zaanayotogan. Did you seed yet?
Oh.
Right after the za. Column there.
Zaanayotogan.
So
Zaana.
I'm just reading the yeah, there. Okay, it didn't make sense to me.
It's my
Okay.
Zaanayanto.
There may be a comma there at the So, yeah. Zayan Anayantoga.
Zaanayantogan.
Sa anayan tonga.
Za anayantonga.
Sanayantonga.
Za anayantuga.
Zayanayantu.
Zai Yantongan.
France, tu t'es comme coupé à la fin en passant.
Oh, excusez. Zayanayantu gan.
Sayanaganto. Non. Sayanaantonga. Circle.
Okay, Za'anayantugan. All right, circle, okay.
Wait, there's something wrong there.
No.
The unai, put a comma after the I.
Za'anayantugan. So that's right.
Like that?
Put a comma there. So unai.
You should put, if you're going to put the comma, put it at the A, because yon goes together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so it's ana.
The A.
So ana yantoga.
Yeah, there. Za'anayantugan.
So ana yataga. Okay, there was something wrong. I wasn't reading it properly. Okay. So ana yataga. Okay, so then with this, we'll just put the option of two answers there of no, I did not, and yes. So again, like in most of the classes with these words or these phrases, no, I did not, that could, or not yet, these things could be applied to many different applications, many different conversations.
Isn't it the same one that a while ago?
What?
No.
Okay, I did not plant. Yeah, there were just, you didn't write the plant though either. Did not plant. I did not seed. Well, I did not plant. Plant, yeah. Yeah, there were gentle.
Yeah, they were jumped.
Yeah, they were janto. Yeah, they were janto.
Ya te wa janto.
Ya te wa janto.
Ya te marchando.
Ya they were jumping.
Ya dewajantu.
Ya te wa janto.
Philemon, if you want to do it, you can go ahead. Or if you don't want to speak, you just say no, and I won't ask you again. Do you want to participate?
I don't think
A newcomer.
I don't think he heard that you're talking to him, Angel.
Yeah, Philemon? Can you hear me?
Let me participate.
Okay, so I will go ya dawajanto. Circle.
Okay, at the word gentle, and then how did that get misplaced? Now see, yes, I did. I put we'll get anayantu, see?
And then
We'll get anayantu. It's there.
okay. Okay. No.
Oh,
We wrote that. We'll get anayantu, and porn came up.
what?
Yeah. I guess there's two ways to see things, you know. Anyways. We'll get anayantu.
Oh, wage onayato.
Wage onayanto. Ha wage anayanto.
Ha wage anayanto.
Wage anayanto.
Yanare.
So in English, oh, sorry. I thought we were, yeah. Sorry.
Wage ananto.
An wage anayanto.
An wage ayayanto.
En wage anayanto.
Ha wage anayanto. Circle.
Okay.
So in English, it should say, yes, I did plant, right?
No, yes, yes, I have seeded.
Yes, I have seeded, okay. And just put in brackets plant. Okay, then simple question on that line of conversation. What did you plant? There, maybe we can put 2 lines of question. What did you plant and what are you planting?
Okay, Nahoda or Shunto, what did you plant?
Nahoda washanto.
Nahoda washanto. Nahoda washanto.
Nahota washanto.
Ota washanto.
Honda wachando.
Nahota washanto.
Nahoda washanto.
Nahoda washanto.
Nahoda washanto. Circle.
Okay, Yanare. There's the next one. Nahodo zontosere.
Nahoda zantosere.
Zon, TSCN. Edith,
I
keep
know.
your glasses on, Edith.
Oh, it's no T.
Yeah.
Nahoda zantosere.
Nahoda zantosere. Nahoda santosere.
Nahota satonsere.
Ota santonsere.
Nahota santosere.
Nahota santosere.
Nahoda santosere.
Nahoda santosere.
Nahoda zantosere. Circle.
Okay, and then do you plant the 3 sisters?
Okay, Santos gan asa nigutadenosa.
Nigu.
Nigun, separate it there. Dade,
Put a comma at nigu. Dade, after dade.
nosa, okay.
Santos ga asa nigu dade nosa.
Yeah.
Santos gan asa nigonda de nosa.
Santos gan asa nigunda de nosa.
Santos gan asanikonta de nosa.
Santos gan Athens Nikon Tatis Nosa.
Santos gan asa nikondates nosa.
Santos gon asa nigon tate nosa.
Santos gan asa nigonda de nosa.
Zantons gan asan nigon de nosa.
Santos gan asanigo dates nosa. Circle.
Okay.
Okay, in the Kanienkeha part, Santos Gan, put more space between that. Yeah, and in front of it too. Santos Gan. No. Yeah, there too, but Santos Gan. A little more space. And no, the asa niga, no, that should stay together. Yeah. Santos Gan, asa nigo da de nosa. Asa nigo da de nosa. Okay. All right. Do you plant the three sisters? Okay, so there it's repetitive, so we don't really have to put this there. It's what is prior, yes, and then or yeah. Okay, so then let's just put a list of things that applies to Santos Gan. Let's put after that the sacred tobacco.
We
Okay.
We already did that one. Yeah, we already had that one. So let's put some things that we didn't identify yet, like potatoes.
Okay. We'll just itemize them one at a time. Let's
Yeah.
just potatoes.
Yeah, whatever you think is the ones that are most pertinent, you know.
Okay. Potatoes is nanada.
No, for once.
Nanada.
Oh, na nada. Oh, na nada. Oh, na nada.
Oh, nanada.
Oh, na nada.
Oh, nada.
Oh, nada.
Oh, nanata.
Nanata.
O nadada.
You're muted, Will.
Oh, not nada.
And next turn, Anne, you will be after Will. Oh, nanata. Circle.
What are other things?
Squash, I put.
Well, that's part of the three sisters.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I sent it anyway. Okay, on was it or hot city or you know, go home way we did that.
We done the three sisters, right, already?
Yeah.
Well, not in this class.
Not in this class, but in before.
Yeah, like before. We should maybe have it on.
Okay, then we might as well put it. We did it in previous class, like I don't know
10
when.
years ago.
Yeah, so we might as well put it there. Corn, bean, squash, all of them.
If I have something wrong, let me know, Guayagero.
Okay. Well, you're right.
We should tell them, say it.
Well, we didn't do any of that in this
Not
class.
in this class, no.
Okay, well, we might as well. These
Okay.
are really baby words, but we might as well, right?
Yeah.
Honesty.
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 Honesty. Circle.
Okay, don't eat it. That was ahead. It's O-S-A-H-E-T. Take the was ahead.
Right.
Ozaheda.
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 Osaeda.
Osaeta.
Osaheta.
Ozaheda.
Ozaheda.
Osaheta.
Ozaheda. Circle.
Okay, on est 11h
On est 11h su'a.
On est 11 sous un.
On est on sera son un.
On est un seran soha.
On est on sera su'a.
On será suha.
On est unsere su'a.
On sera suha.
On sera so'a.
Ona osera sina.
Gabriel, if you want to try it, you can go ahead. You're muted.
On sera suha.
Very good.
On est on sera sous un. So next time, Gabriel, you always after Anne. Circle.
Okay.
Okay.
On sera suha.
Su'a.
Suha.
Yeah.
Got a question there, Wayagerdu. Okay, why is there a suha at the end of ona uza?
So it's because that, see, it would be on an ozera if it was just one, but because there's more than one, S-O-N-A, it like pluralizes it. Squashes, yeah.
Okay, so then on beans and corn, would suha be put at the end of that also?
Yeah, if you, well, usually we're planting white corn, so we're planting white corn, so, but if there, you know, now there's 100 and some odd different species of corn. But we're using our corn, which is the white corn. So we just write honesty, or ganostarago, really, it should be ganostarago, white corn, eh?
Okay, because the reason why I'm asking that question is because all my life, all I've ever heard is honesty, ozaheda, ona uzera.
Yeah, well, because we plant more than one kind, you've got like acorn squash, name it, we got all kinds of squashes. We have more than one variety, like I got that I got those seeds from, what is it? Seneca squashes.
So you want to like put the su'a in parentheses and we indicate
Yeah, let's put the su'a, like put a space, and then underneath in English, put the in
Plural.
brackets also what it means. Squashed is.
It pluralizes.
But is it more than just plural, as in it has to be different kinds? Like if I had 3 acorn squashes, would it be su'a? Or does it have to
No.
be like one acorn squash and another?
Just one.
So it's different kinds then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not pluralizes. Okay, it's the word is not pluralized, it's variety.
Yeah, very, yeah. No, if you were picking one now, you would say, I want to buy only one. But if I say igre a knino ona ozera sun, it means I want to buy more than one, more than two.
Okay, so then it doesn't necessarily mean an acorn squash, a butternut squash,
No, it
Okay.
just means you want to buy many squashes.
many. Okay, just put, instead of pluralizes, put many, because then that could mean many of one kind or many different kinds. Take out the S, the ES. Many, yeah. Okay, well, Gerdo, if you were reading that in the English part, does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Did we already say that?
No.
yeah, we said them all.
Ano sila?
On ozera?
Oh, no, not yet. On ozera.
On ozera.
One ozera.
Oh, we forgot the su'a. Su'a. On ozera su'a.
One ozera su'a.
On onsera suna.
One usara so'a.
One onsera su'a.
One onsera su'a.
One onsera su'a.
One onsara sun'a.
One osra suna.
Gabriel.
Ona onsera suha.
On sera su'a. Circle. But I
We
think
did-
we did do it before.
Yeah, you did. But if you wanted to say like somebody was plump, overweight, you would say, hey, son of ozera, the big melon, like. Yeah, I mean, the
Okay,
way
well, we're
if you
not,
know Kanienkeha, they kid around with each other. It doesn't always sound nice. But you know, when you know somebody a long time and say, hey, ni son of ozera, like you've turned into a big melon.
you big melon.
Yeah, like a huge melon, which means you're overweight. You know, instead of saying you're fat, Zara is there.
Well,
know,
my aunt always used to call her son Pumpkin, her little
Yeah,
pumpkin,
that's
and he
what it
wasn't
was.
fat. He was a skinny guy. Okay, but we're not, I don't think we're gonna teach that though. If somebody
No,
wants
no.
to learn that on your own, you're gonna call Wyatt yourself. Okay, just off the top of our head, anybody want to throw in there? How about sunflower?
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know the word. Oh yeah, I think I wrote it last time. Okay.
So as we're gonna go around to each person to say, as we go in that order, each person will get to select a whatever it is that you want to ask. Did you plant it? You know, even if it doesn't necessarily have to be something in the garden. Could be, did you plant apple trees? You know, so each person, just keep that in your mind. We're gonna come around to you and you could present the word that you want. This kind of stuff, though, it is, like we said, practical application. You know, a lot of things in many language classes, you know, I remember even when I was in school, in French class, they were teaching you things that there's no practical application to it. Like you're not really gonna know how or where to use it. So things like this is practical application where you could use it where in real, even just passing time conversation, you know, this kind of stuff. Hey, did you plant? It's like talking about the weather type of thing. Okay.
Kadzitzarakwa.
Kadzitza. Kadzitzarakwa.
Gazitzarakwa.
Gatitsarakwa.
Katsitsarakwa.
Katsitsarakwa.
Gatitsarakwa.
Gazitsarakwa.
Gadzitsarakwa.
Gatitsarakwa. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead, Bill.
Gatsitsarakwa. Gatsitsarakwa.
Gazitsarakwa.
And then Gabriel.
Gatitsarakwa.
Gatitsarakwa. Circle.
Okay, see that? Gazitsarakwa. I almost made a mistake and put a KHWA, which means it would be a flower container. See how easy you can make a mistake? If you put a H there, Gazitsarakwa means it's to place flowers in. Like, wow.
You know what? How about
Write it down.
put that off to the side? Yeah. So that people can see, you would be able to compare the different variants.
Would that be pronounced the same?
No,
Kwa. It would be Gazitsarakwa.
Oh, okay. I see now. Sorry.
this is a real subtle difference though. I mean, it's so subtle. I think you would really have to be a very good speaker to be able to catch that.
Well, you more hear it. You hear, because it was never written, you would hear it.
So the first one would be Gazitsarakwa.
Yeah.
The second one would be Gazitsarakwa.
Kwa.
That's almost unnoticeable, almost undetectable.
In English, is that
You-
correct?
you-
Flower vase?
Yeah.
You see it in your ear, if that's a possible thing to say. You see it in your ear, because that's where you would hear it. You won't see it, you'll hear it. Gazitsarakwa.
Okay, I got an idea for this in order for us to like kind of be holding the scale. If we all say both words.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll say it first. Gazitsarakwa, Gazitsarakwa.
Okay. All right. When each of us are gonna say it, we gotta. Wayagera's got to listen to see if we say it right. Gazitsarakwa, Gazitsarakwa.
Kwa.
Kwa.
Gazitzarakwa. Gazitzarakwa.
It goes with the face. Gatitsarakwa. Gatitsarakwa.
Katsitsarakwa. Katsitsarakwa. Ah.
You muted yourself, Merrick.
Gatsitsarakwa, Zazikarakwa.
Go ahead and start.
Gatitsarakwa. Gatitsarakwa.
Kwa.
Kwa. Sangwa.
Like the Kwa in Iroquois.
Kwa. Kwa. Gazitsarakwa. Kwa.
Gazitsarakwa.
That's the one.
Gazitsarakwa.
Gazitsarakwa. Gazitsarakwa.
Gatsitsarakwa. Gatsitsarakwa.
That's the one.
Gazitsarakwa. Gazitsarakwa.
Gabriel.
Gatitsarakwa. Gatitsarakwa.
Gatitsarakwa. Gatitsarakwa. Circle.
Cool. Okay, look, I'm gonna look.
What? Okay, so Now the next one would be Mary Cole to choose the word then.
Apple tree.
You didn't choose that. I chose that.
I'm planting apple tree. You thought of apple tree because
Okay.
c'est vivant.
Apple tree.
Well, you don't plant a tree, you plant a sapling, right? Ogre.
Yeah, yeah. Well, today you could they transplant whole big fully grown trees,
Yeah, they do.
but you can't do that naturally. So that wouldn't count.
Would Kanienkeha say the difference between tree and sapling with this saying here?
Yeah. Well, you got to start as a sapling. Like you can't just say you were born a teenager. You have to be born a baby, and same with the plant life. That's why we're equals. We're born. They're from seed. Then we come males, humans. You come from seed. Then you come to a baby. Then you're a little girl, little boy. Then you're a teenager, and then you're a man, and then or woman, life giver, or and then an old person. But it's not really old person too, because it just means zaks. They say zakstaha means you're old, but it means zaks was zakste. It means things get heavy for you. Not in weight, in the mentally, because you're hearing the same BS all the time. Like when somebody that's 15 years old keeps hearing COVID. It doesn't really affect them that much until you're like my age, 70, and you say, oh, geez, get over it. Like, tell us what we don't know. That's what you mean, gets heavy. It gets like a pain. Like, get off that subject.
Gerardo, is the H what sewa or is it what?
Sewahyo on it.
Would the H be what sewa or would it be what yoane?
Yoane. You can
Okay.
split it there.
Sewa.
Sewahyoane ogwide.
Sewahyoane ogwide.
Sewahyoane oguide.
Sewahyoane oguide.
Sewahyoane yoguide.
Ogwide.
Oguide.
Sewahyoane ogwere.
Sewahyoane wera.
Sewahyoane ogre.
Sewahyoane oguide.
Sewa, sorry. Sewa owane ogwede.
Sewa owane ogune.
Gabriel?
Sewahyoane ogre.
Yeah.
Sewahyoane oguire. Circle.
Okay, either next to ogwide, put a space and write garunda. No, that's an apple tree. Garunda. Okay, now I'll put the tree and then.
Okay.
There. Okay, we really don't have to say that word. I think we said it before. Right?
Yeah, we have it already.
Okay, but in the English, in brackets at the end, put
Mature tree.
could be said. Oh wait. Maybe we should put it on a separate line. The
Okay.
mature tree, to keep it separate from the sapling.
All right.
Yeah, just repeat the same word again, on a separate line. because it'll be too confusing to put that all together. It would take a lot of education to get the person to that level, like to be able for them to be able to separate it on their own.
Right, so I go and I go around that and eat it.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
And just put in brackets, full grown. That would be full grown, right? While you're here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then the next one would be eat it.
Strawberry.
Strawberries. Kanienkeha.
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 Kanienkeha. Circle.
Okay, I just Kanienkeha and space eat it, and you'll put gahi, Kahi. No, Ka, no H. Kahi, gahi. See, because Kanienkeha just means short grass, and then gahi is the fruit, which is strawberry. Kanienkeha gahi. And people, you know, for years and years, I've been teaching so long and listening to the Mohawks. They always say it means strawberry, but if somebody said, what does Kanienkeha means? They'll say short grass. But then it's a short grass fruit. Kanienkeha gahi.
Okay, put that in English as the proper translation and put strawberry at the end in brackets.
Right, yeah.
Short grass root.
Fruit,
Yeah,
yeah.
put the fruit under gahi. Yeah, this is where we gotta keep in mind that things don't just translate straight across that simple, like to say strawberry into strawberry. Even here, with the translation that Wire Garrett has given you, it is limited as to the true meaning of what the Kanienkeha gahi is. You really have to be in ceremony to know that when you hear just Kanienkeha, you know that means strawberry, but of course, there's a whole, again, sentiment to it. There's a whole meaning to it. There's so many parts to what it means. It's the heart of our mother. It's the seeds on the outside of the berry. It's the beautiful red that you have to go looking for on your hands and knees, and it's always incorporated with an adult being with a child. That the gathering of the strawberries is always a first experience that you get as a child with your mother, or if not with your mother, at least within your clan. So when you hear strawberry, there's much more to it than when you're driving by on the highway and you see a fruit stand there and you pull over and you buy strawberries. Today, most people don't even know that strawberries are hidden, that those nuclear strawberries that everybody buys, those are not naturally occurring things. You know, the real natural occurring strawberries are the size, the size of a dime, size of a quarter at the most, you know, and those things are so well hidden that you could be walking right on top of them and you wouldn't know. If you know your strawberries, the color of the flower, that it's white, then you know then you'll know where you're standing. All of a sudden you'll say, hey, I'm standing in a strawberry patch without you ever even seeing strawberries. Anyways, this is just to identify that the simple short translation in Kanienkeha still needs a whole big explanation for you to truly understand what Kanienkeha Gahi is. And really, for that, the person has to be growing in ceremony. You have to sit in the strawberry ceremony to really be able to comprehend what the strawberry is. Because in English, strawberry, what is it? What does it mean? Right away, all you would think of is that, well, it's sweet, it's delicious, it makes a good drink, it makes a good shortcake, whatever. But the meanings to it, not what you use it for, what it means, what it means to the family structure of the people of the Longhouse, which means anybody that wants to live natural, all the natural things occurring in creation are much more than just things to be said a simple word for. Oh, that's a tree, that's an apple tree, that's a birch tree, that's a raspberry bush. Those are too simple of references. Kanienkeha has much more emphasis on meaning and sentiment rather than just the title of for instance, like hat. You know, you say hat, what does it mean? You know what it means automatically, but in Kanienkeha, it means a lot more than just what
the brain cover.
Okay, anyways, that's just to emphasize that don't limit yourself. Anybody who's learning this, don't put yourself in a box and to think that, well, Kanienkeha means just short grass, the fruit meaning strawberry. Don't limit yourself to meaning that. Expand it into meaning when you were a kid and the first time that you picked strawberries with your mother, and the love that it released to you. Because when you were a kid doing that, you didn't really know what was happening. This is the reason why our lifespans have to be lived within the Longhouse, because what happens to you when you're a child, of course, is the seed that's planted, and it will not come to fruition until you are much older. So if you have that strawberry experience with your mother when you're younger, and then you grow up and all of a sudden you start living the white man's ways, that plant, that seed that was planted will not come to fruition. And think of that, like you all know, or maybe, hopefully you don't, some of us have planted seeds to be transplanted, and then when they die, you know, if we didn't take care of them, or if we didn't water them, or we watered them too much, you know that we feel bad about that. It doesn't sit good with us. It doesn't feel good. So imagine, when you're a baby, a seed was planted, and you didn't take care of it, you didn't nurture it. So when you're 50 years old, you're not in the ceremony. So that seed cannot come to fruition. You really have to live your life in ceremony to really appreciate and understand, or to comprehend the depth of the meanings within the great law of peace of all things. Because all things are given reference within law, not just within what we fancy. We feel, oh, I'm going to name that whatever, some fancy name. No, these things have meanings that are rooted in our evolution, in our joint evolution. Very important meanings. Okay, just to say that. Okay, so now who's the next one to pick the next word?
I sent a word there, gonna ahwawan. They're gonna ahwawan. And that I was thinking that would be a closer word to strawberry because it means the wrapped. They're gonna nah, well, it means the fruit wrapped in the seed wrapped around. The seed wrapped around.
And put in brackets in English, descriptive of strawberry. Can you say that word again?
They're gonna
They got
Degano, Dekanen.
Yeah, that was there.
Degano.
Take that comma.
Okay, take that, the double N, take one N out. Degano,
After the end, put a comma.
This one?
Yeah, right there. And take out the first comma. Does that sound right there while you're doing it?
Yeah, Degano,
Degana ahwawane.
Degana akwawane.
Degana akwawane.
Degana akwawane.
No K. No K. It's ah. A-H.
Just listen, I don't know who's next, but Degana ahwawane.
Degana akwawane.
Ahwawane.
Mark, you're saying ak. You're saying a.
Okay, sorry. Degana awawane.
Ah. Like when you're saying, I got you.
Degana ahwawane.
Good.
Degana ahwawane.
Degana ahwawane.
Arrow? You don't hear us or you can't speak? We don't hear you, you muted. So go ahead, France.
Degana akwawane.
Degana ahwawane.
Muted, Anne.
Degana ahwawane.
Gabriel?
Tekana ahwawane.
Degana ahwawae.
That's the one.
Circle.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna add a little bit on to that too, since we're gone at the descriptive. So the next person is gonna have to just hold on. Okay, so the seed wrapped around descriptive. Okay, her love is exposed equally to all her children. Now, while Gerda's writing that, the reason why, we'll explain the reason why this is the descriptive of the strawberry, because the strawberry is the heart. It's the heart of not only because it's kind of like shaped like a heart, because it's red, but because it's at the heart, at the peak of the life cycle of our Mother Earth. And this is the only plant, the only fruit that has its seeds on the outside of the plant. And this represents our mother's heart, that like within a family, that the mother's love is equal for all. It's exposed for all. Within the longhouse, the mother is the root, the center of everything. All life revolves around our mothers. our happiness, no matter what, for males, no matter what we're gonna do in life, our happiness is not rooted or dependent on our own experience. It's rooted on, first and foremost, our mother being happy, being comfortable, being well fed, being warm, being clothed. So everything about us is about taking care of our mother, because our mother exposes her love to us equally for all of us. So this is how we identify and expand the description, the understanding of strawberry.
The word is there.
Okay, that I put almost the whole thing in one word, except, okay, you want to break it up, so they are going to go seranara. They are go. I would split it there at the seranara. They are going to go seranara. They are going to go seranara space.
Wait, for English to be able to say that phonetically, as close as possible phonetically, Ganaronkwa is going to have to be, put the comma at Deya, put the go together. Deya, Ganaronkwa.
Seranara, yeah.
Seranara. Deya Ganaronkwa Seranara.
Because did you finish with the word? No, huh?
Oh, no, then we have children. Okay. ION TATEIEN OKONA. Verdadeiro Ogum. Yun da de, split it there. Yun da de, yon, and then split it at yon, and then the rest you say Ogum.
Okay, so we can say that the first word is her love is exposed equally, and then the second word is to all of her children?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Sage breakdown.
Okay, well, just say the one word because it's, I don't think you'll remember it, okay? I mean, you'll have a hard time. They are going to look quite seranara.
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 Elsa, okay, you're back, Elsa. Go ahead, sorry.
They are gonna
Yeah, it's the one.
They are going to run seranara.
They are gonna run seranara.
They are gonna rumqua seanara.
Seranara.
Seranara.
Yeah.
Ea Anarupa Saranara.
Teyen coronoquara seranara.
Yeah.
They are going to rumqua seranara. Circle.
Okay. Okay, if anybody's from Aguizasne, you would say they are going to look quite selanara. They are going to look quite selanara. That's how they would say it in Aguizasne.
Those girls aren't with us tonight.
Oh, okay, but I just thought you never know who's out there. Okay, now to all her children, Yunta Deyon Ogun, Yunta de yon ogun.
Yunta de yon ogun.
Yoda de yan ogunha.
Yunda de yan ogun a.
Yonda de yan ogun ha.
Yonda de yan ogun.
Tete yon gonna.
Yunta te yon togo a.
Undon te yan agun na.
Yon dade yon ongun a.
Entente en Arupa.
Gabriel,
Yonton te yan ogonha.
Yonta te yan ogunha. Circle.
Okay.
Wayagero, can you break down that part? Yunta de yan ogun. Is the
Yeah.
ogun?
Yunta de is she, Yunta de yon is she placed her children here. She placed all her children here.
And ogun is the collective, right?
Yeah, it's plural. That's the plural we dealt with a while ago. Sun'a and gun'a. Because the word, it changes just a little bit. But after a while, you're going to recognize it.
Okay,
These are
wait.
humans. These are humans. But you do say sun'a. Sun'a, no, you wouldn't say sun'a. You wouldn't say that. Because it's a single woman, a single life giver placing X amount of children on. That's why it's hard to explain the plural from a singular, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're gonna rearrange the English part here. Wait a minute, we gotta think about this because when you say the Kanienkeha is all her children that she placed here. Okay, now this is where we gotta think deeper about the creation story. Because it's not just as simple as that placing and that here's a person, place them here.
Well, you would have to do that, or you would have to believe in God and say, God put them here. We don't want to go in, we don't want to go down that trail, trying to get away.
Okay, to all the children she created. Does that change it any? Does that get too far out there? Or is that still within the meaning?
Okay, well, if we say that, we will have to change the word to Yunta de Nagerado. Yunta de Nagerado, which means she placed, you want to change it?
Well, wait, we want to keep the way that you know, like you're describing about the strawberry. We want to keep that. We're just going to adjust the English. So then if the English doesn't fit that, then we're going to readjust the English.
Well, here, I'll tell you why I changed it and what I changed it to. Yunta de Nagerado. See, you would just take that middle out, but don't take it out yet till I'm done. Yunta de Nagerado means the songs that she created. Remember I told you when you're born, they used to say you bought a baby, but in Kanienkeha, you say wasenagaratste. You created a song.
That's the one we're looking for.
Okay, then you say Yunta de Nagerado. So take yo ogun out. Yundade Nagerado, yeah. That's the one. So the songs that she has created, that's what it would be, not children, the songs. Slash in a box in you should put the what you call it, what are you, those lines, what do you call them?
This,
Yeah, put them on children and leave the songs, because it's a song and not a child.
In the English, leave the child out of there. Just put song, what the translation is. We're gonna put the explanation in brackets. To all the songs she created.
Yeah,
In brackets,
then you put children.
her children or her songs. And this is where, just to give a little bit of a explanation, I don't know, I can't see this. How come I can't? Can anybody see
it's
this?
seeable. It's a little bit dark out. That's perfect. Yeah, you see.
This is this painting here. This is, the name of it is Their Mother Sings About Everything in Creation. So this is what the mother sings. That's her, the whole process of the creation story is Sky Woman singing songs. And then, as you know, like what was just identified here, that the children are the songs. So there's another painting here that I'm going to show you that emphasize this, that to know that within our culture, our daily existence, you may be thinking in English or French or any language about certain things a certain way, but when we think about it from a male dominant way. We think about it from a matrilineal way. So the rest of the world thinks about man as man unto his own self, because according to the non-native world, their false man-made gods created man first, and like an afterthought created woman from man's rib. But the reality is that all people, all men, are born of women. And so the way that we think when we're thinking of men, we are not thinking of men unto themselves. We are thinking as men, as the sons of their mothers, which is the reason why whenever I introduce myself, or you hear Wayagerdo introduce himself, you always hear that, well, my name is Gazita Anzario. I am the son of Gahawe Nuji. Wayagerdo would identify his mother. We can never just say, I am this, because it's a lie. I am not this. I am first my mother, and I grow from her. This is what makes me real. Anyways, this is the other, can we see? How come
Hang on, I'm gonna
why can't I see on
stop
here?
the share because that's exactly what Angel just pointed out.
So this is, I don't know if you could see this other one, this other painting. It says this is of a little boy and that he sings, what does it say? Should know by now, these are our paintings. He carries the songs of his mother. And so when you know that his mother sings of all the songs in creation, and this is the words that they speak, the songs, the words that they sing, it is the medicine, it is the sound of life. The sound of life is the music of our mother. Her heartbeat is the first music that we hear. And all of us, all people of the world, utilize her heartbeat. And so also is her beautiful words, her beautiful voice. You cannot remember, but the first beautiful thing that you've ever heard in your existence is when you were still in the womb of your mother, when you heard her heart beating, and when you heard her singing to you. You hear her talking to you. This is what is supposed to happen, is that the mother is supposed to sing to the baby, but not just to sing to the baby of rock around the block, crazy stuff like that. No, the mother sings to the baby of how the baby is being created. And so the mother sings of, we are in this moon. You are born in this moon. It's either you are conceived in or you are in right now, either the male moon or the female moon. You are in the either in the opening door or the closing door. And you are made of me. You are made of our bloodline. And the mother sings all the way back to Sky Woman herself. And so the things that make the non-native world so angry, so aggressive, so warring is the fact that they have been violently disconnected, separated from their mother. You don't know the beauty anymore. You're not connected to the beauty anymore. It's a strawberry, and let's stop and pay $5 for a strawberry and not know the experience, not know the meanings, not have that beautiful connection of taking your child to go pick strawberries, or you picking strawberries with your grandmother and your grandmother singing to you and speaking to you of the heart. These things are missing in the non-native world. And again, this is what makes the non-native world so angry, so pissed off all the time. You're driving in rush hour traffic and you're swearing at everybody. I do that. So if I do that, I know other people are doing that too. So the ugliness is what's there now, because all the beauty is taken away from the minds of the people. The beauty is still there, but your cognizance of it, your way to connect to it is not there, despite all the so-called spiritual leaders in this world, despite all of the so-called religious whatever and all the mumbo jumbo you see of self-help gurus and stuff like this, you know, despite all of that crazy stuff in the world, that everybody in the world, in the non-native world, is still so angry, so warring, that this is all they do in the world. So they can't tell me, they can't tell the peaceful people of the world that they know, that they understand. We know that the non-native people do not understand. You are not connected. So it is these things, this experience where we can bridge the gap through Degane Diohade, where we can bridge what is missing, not just in the non-native people, but in us also, because the fact is our interaction has been the equivalent of taking two magnets together, and forcing them together, where you could do that if you got small magnets, you could hold them in there. You might feel the power and the energy trying to like move apart, but you can force them there. But what actually happens on the microscopic level of when you force two magnets together, shards of that magnet, of both magnets, are coming off. So what's happening is they are disintegrating. So we can look at in the last 500 years of our interaction, well, you can say, hey, there's more non-native people, they're growing. No, they're not. They're disintegrating. You may think that just because you have an overpopulation, you may think that this makes more of you. No, it does not mean that. You look in the way that war is in this world, you would think in the non-native world, you would think that going to war, killing people would make the population go down. You know it doesn't. You know, every war makes the population explode. So it is the exact opposite of how you think. This is the option in the non-native world of male dominance. It twists your mind and it makes it like what they said of us. They are the pit of snakes, where they are all twisted and you cannot make any sense whatsoever of the things that they do, the things that they say. And so it is experiences like this that are rooted, that are still held in the memory and the hearts and minds of the people, that are rooted in the true experience, the true experience that that Guayaguerdo had when he was a kid, that I had when I was a kid with my mother, that he had with his mother, his grandmother, that I had with my grandmother, with all our elders, with our chiefs and our clan mothers. This is the thing that is not in your world. And your world is full of war. So the thing that is missing is the thing that is that pivots your whole existence upon, because the war that you have been living for thousands of years is coming to its fruition, where you think you're growing, your technology is getting so big, so advanced. No, you're at the precipice. This is what happens when you get to the end. When you get to the end, everything explodes outwards, and it looks like there is the biggest variety ever, like there is the most abundance ever. No, it's not like that at all. So these experiences here in the real world, the contact with the real love that is still connected all the way to Sky Woman. This is the thing that can only be shared from the knowledge of the ceremonies. The language carries the root of these things of which we communicate about, but the ceremonies and the law itself is how those experiences, that evolution is managed. And so ceremony, strawberry ceremony. You don't know what it's like to be able to say, I have how many? I have 57 strawberry ceremonies under my belt. 57 interactions with the heart of our mother, with knowing and hearing from our elders ever since I was born, and as I grew and that knowledge evolved to the point of where we are today, sharing this with you, because the fact is, again, the non-native world is in a debt spiral of just they're in their own suicidal debt spin of where everything, regardless of how advanced things look, like, ooh, you can go to the moon. You're almost ready to go to Mars. You are so advanced. But to do all of that, you got to destroy everything. So these are the things, these experiences in ceremony about the real things is what is going to root the person. And you will have dreams of this. You will dream of it because it will unlock something that has been dormant within you. It's like knowing that you have arms and legs, but like there's something preventing you from using them until the first time you can use them. And when you do, the world gets so much bigger. The knowledge becomes so much greater. Anyways, from there, we go on now right to the next person. Did we do the
I don't think, did we do the second one? I don't remember now. Yuntate Nagarago? No, I don't think.
No, Yuntate Nagarago.
Yuntate Nagarago.
Yuntate Nagarago.
Yuntate Nagarago.
Yunante Dagarago.
Yundate Nagarago.
Yundate Nagarago.
Yundate Nagarago.
Yundade Naderago.
Yondate Nagarago.
Yondate Nagarago.
Yontate Nagarago.
Lemon, if you want to do it.
Yuntate Nagarago.
Yontate Nagarago. Circle.
Okay, what time?
And just to say it's already 15 to 9 and we did 20 words.
Okay, how many, we only got 3 words, right?
Yeah.
And it's 8:45 right now?
Yeah.
I think we can go till 10:02. So let's go to the next person to choose your word.
Mark.
How about planting the seeds of peace?
You know, if somebody asked me that, what I would think of right away, what that would go to, is it would go to a Honda Gari Wadekwa. That's what I would think of right away. What would you think, Warrior Gerda, if somebody asked you that? Did you plant the seeds of peace? Where would your mind go to?
Well, right away, I would say the word I sent. You said Toscana. You'll plant the seeds of peace.
Yeah, but in say like in everything about our culture, and somebody asks you the seeds of peace, where does it bring your mind to? Where are you planting those seeds of peace?
Well, that's a broad question. It's in your mind, number one, because that's where everything comes from. You got to plant it in your mind in order to send it out.
So that would be rooted there then in a Honda Gari Wadekwa then, right?
Of course, yeah.
See, for me, as soon as I hear that you plant the seeds of peace, it kind of sounds like a silly, redundant question. Because in English, you ask somebody that, hey, did you plant the seeds of peace today? And what's your answer going to be in English? Where? What are you talking about? Plant the seeds of peace. Where the hell can you plant those? What are the seeds of peace? And in English, what the hell is peace? You know, so there is no place in your mind where that would go in order for you to be able to understand it or to answer it. For me, it goes right to a Honda Gari Wadekwa. It goes right to that if planting the seeds of peace would mean carrying out the ceremonies, each ceremony, it would mean even doing these things. Okay, anyways.
A while ago, when you were talking about the strawberry, back in the day when we were teenagers, when a life giver wanted to have sex with you, or you with her, and it was in the winter time, you would say, and everybody would laugh. Say, let's go pick strawberries. And that meant you wanted to get seated. So I don't have to draw you a painting, a picture. But that's what it was when they said, you know, you were going to make love now. Because she wanted to be seated, or you're both thinking the same thing. You know what it is when you both want to have sex. So you both want to seed each other pretty well. You seed her, but I mean, so it's the two of you agree on it. So, you know, it could, like I say, it could be the dead of winter and somebody would say, and everybody would laugh because they know they want to go and have sex. Or to be seated, and it was always around the strawberry.
So picking strawberries, that sounds like a better way than what the references are today of what you could just imagine. Just imagine right now, well, there's no more bars open, but imagine if the bars were open. This is where all young people meet, and the bars. You could imagine the kind of talk that's going on in there. We all know. I mean, we don't have to imagine. We all know it's very disrespectful. It's very dirty. It's very degrading talk. Now, when you're young and a guy is talking that way to a girl, well, the young guy may think, hey, yeah, that she wants to hear that. And the young girl, maybe it's just because she's in a world, a corrupted world of male dominance, that she just has to accept those things. But, you know, I would imagine, I don't know, I can't speak on behalf of women, but I would imagine that you could say either of those dirty references, or else you could say, let's go pick strawberries. You know, it is a better reference. Okay, anyways, let's not pick strawberries right now.
Okay. Ase anayato skana.
Asayanayeto skana.
Ansa anayato skana.
Anse anayanto 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 skana.
Anse anayanton skana.
Anse anayata skana.
Anse anayanto skana.
Philemon, you were after Gabriel each
Sorry,
time. So
now I
go
know.
ahead.
Thanks. Anse enayanto skana.
Anse anayanto skana. Circle.
Yeah, okay. See now too, if you got somebody that has a bad mind, and there's a lot of people with bad minds, warring people, you would say, you're planting ugliness, but sometimes it's good to have opposites when you're learning, but we don't have to put it in there.
Yeah, let's put that, because this is the way to refer to what's going on in the world, in the real sense. You know, we could say somebody who is in rush hour traffic and who is yelling at the next person, while maybe they got passengers in your car. Most likely not. If you're in rush hour traffic, it's one person per car. But
Ugly.
yeah, if they're yelling in rush hour traffic and giving the finger to somebody else, that's what they're doing. They're planting the seeds of ugliness.
Because I used to love this, I still love her, she's still alive, but she's very sick, this woman. And she was like, she could explain something. For me, I was so fortunate to be in her life. It would just be her and I talking. And she would always say, and like a man that died in misery, she'll say that and that's she's all the bad seeds he planted, he's reaping them now. That's on his way out, you know, when he suffers through his death.
You know, this might be the way to actually emphasize or to teach the non-native people about the corruptions, the corrupt ways that they've been living. They don't see it as that. What they're doing now, what they're planting is gonna come back and the ugliness is gonna grow upon them. They don't see it. They're just in the here and now, and they're just being led like cattle, and they're just doing whatever the hell they're told. Once in a while, they get a choice, turn left or right in the maze, and they go left or right to end up in the same place. But it's just that kind of existence in the non-native world. You and I have known a lot of non-native people in different, at many different levels, all the way through. And you see, I've seen people on every level, from worker to politician to physicist to everybody, just blindly turn a blind eye away from knowing what the consequences will be to their actions. They just constantly do this in every second of their day. When even right now, everybody knows driving a car, us too, we're driving a car. We're turning a blind eye to what it's actually gonna do. It's gonna do something, not to me. It's gonna do something to my great-grandchildren. How can I live with that? When I am ready to die, then these things will be coming back to me and the ugliness will permeate the mind. And at the end of the day, at the end of your day, the only thing you have left is your memories. Nothing else, just your memories. So here's a bad seed, here's a bad seed, here's a bad seed, all your life, bad seeds, and all at once, all those bad seeds are gonna grow into the mind of that person, making your final experience a negative one. And if your final experience is negative, then it doesn't really matter about all whatever you think was positive there. Anyways, okay, how much time we got?
It's 8:53.
Okay, we're gonna have to do these words. Sorry, we can't go further, like to have other people offer words. But again, I think we said this last week, that keep in mind the words that you want in this and bring them next week. That was what was said last week, wasn't it?
I should remember, yeah, but I don't remember.
Okay, I can't remember everything, so try to remember next week, somebody. Okay,
All this is being logged, right?
yeah,
Okay.
being logged somewhere. Who knows? Okay, so this is where Wyatt is going to read off all of these words. It's going to be recorded and then posted. So while Wyatt is doing this, we ask everybody to keep your sound on mute so that nothing's going to interfere.
So we don't do the last word then?
Oh, we didn't do
We
it?
didn't do it. Holy.
No, almost the same, but we didn't do it.
Thank you for paying attention.
Ose anayoto wahetka.
Asa anayato wahetko.
Ansa anayanto wahetkam.
Anse anayanto wahetkam.
Anse anayanto waka.
Ase anayanto wahetka.
Anse onayando Waretka.
Anse anayanto wahetka.
Anso anayento wayetka.
Onse on your hento wahetka.
Onse anahetka.
Ose onayoto.
One more time, please.
Ose onayoto wahetka.
Onse anahetka. Heka.
Anse aneyanto wahetka.
Perfect.
Anse anayanto wahetka.
Anse anayanto wahetka. Circle.
Okay.
I will mute you, the Longhouse, because sometimes there's noise. So
Okay, you ready?
yes.
Kanue iwe asutaneka garakwa. What phase of the moon are we in? Are you in? We in. So yantu arako, have you planted yet? Ya arako dewajantu, not yet have I planted. So to serega, are you going to plant? So anayatuga, did you seed yet? Ya dewajantu, no, I did not plant. Wage anayatu, yes, I have seeded. Nahoda was shanto, what did you plant? Nahoda zoto sere, what are you planting? Jatoska asaniguda de noza, do you plant the three sisters? O nanada, potatoes, oneste, corn, ozaheda, beans, oneozera squashes, gajitarakwa, sunflower, gajitarakwa, flower vase, sewahyo ne ogire, apple sapling, sewahyo ne garunda is a full-grown tree. Ganya hundes sagahi, short grass, fruit, or strawberry. Degana ahwawa, the seed wrapped around. Okay. Dega go. They are going to look what Seranara. Her love is exposed equally. Untatenagerado, all the songs she created. Ose onayoto skono, you are planting the seeds of peace. Ose onayoto wahetko, planting the seeds of ugliness. That's it. Eh?
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, what time are we at?
58.
Okay, we got 2 minutes. Okay, you know what? I seen something in there. Go back up to where it says Three Sisters. We put potatoes before Three Sisters. People might think that potatoes are part of the Three Sisters.
Right.
We can't move it now. So go down to where Three Sisters are. Okay, how can we group together there? Honestly, was ahead and on Nuzula.
Put colors.
What?
Just put colors in the document. It will.
Okay, you know what? Right after in brackets, honesty, first of the Three Sisters, second, third. We'll do that on each one. Just for people to know that it's just because of the way that, you know, it was a little out of order. Potatoes are not part of the Three Sisters. The Three Sisters are the corn, bean, and squash in that order. Some people change it to be beans, corn, and squash, or squash, corn, and beans, or whatever, you know. No, there is a very specific order, and it must always be kept in order. You are never to say them out of order. That's like saying mother, grandmother, grandson. You know, it doesn't happen in that order. Okay, so now just to do the closing, like usual, we're gonna ask, is there anybody who wants to do the closing? I'll give you 3 seconds to come forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay, nobody put their hand up? Okay, so we're gonna appoint somebody. Who's here today? I can't see. Can you put everybody on the screen? Is there a way to see it?
I'm doing it, but I don't know why it's not going.
I can't see who's here. I don't know.
Where's
Okay.
the mouse here?
Who?
I can name you who's there. Do you see them now?
I'm not seeing nothing.
I don't know.
Okay. Mark, Merrick, Elsa, Harold, France, Will, Anne.
Okay, all right. We'll go right there. Merrick, you didn't do a closing yet, in this?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, well, now's your big chance.
Okay. Hi, my name is Merrick. I'm the great-grandson of Noreen. I'm the grandson of Goldie. I'm the son of Paula. I'm under the temporary protection of the Bear Clan of the Five Nations Longhouse Confederacy. We want to give our thanks to all the life givers and the life protectors who have gathered here today to practice and learn Kanienkeha. And we give our thanks to Sky Woman. For when we're looking at that night sky, it's her solid body that we see, and we're all the dreams of Sky Woman. And we give our thanks to Grandmother Moon, for she's the beating heart of our Mother Earth, and she moves the great bodies of water and the small and the waters in our bodies as well, in our eyeballs and our brain. And we give thanks to Mother Earth, for we all grow from her, and it's her who gives us body, no matter where we grow from the earth, we come from the same mother. And we give our thanks to all the life givers in all strains of life, human, bird, the bugs, for it's them who show us how to be who we are, and they show us the way, so we give them thanks. And we give our thanks to all the medicines, the plant medicines, the medicine of song, of sunlight, of dance, and the medicine of people. We're medicines for each other, and we can be medicines for each other, and we hope to be good medicines. And we give our thanks to the waters, for water is life, and life is good. And we give our thanks to all our ancestors who carry the good mind, and we ask them to help guide us and to show us how to return our mothers to the natural place of authority among all of our nations. And with that, we push away the things that will get in the way of this goal into the 3 levels of existence. That is that way. That is that way. That is that way.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Donzi Jadatka. Oh, on Wednesday, tonight we were supposed to give an update, on that thing that happened with Mary Claude, that experience that she's become aware of. We're not going to talk about it tonight because it's an ugly thing and we don't want to spread those seeds here tonight. But we're going to give the update on Wednesday. There's, again, some new developments, very important information. The way this story is unfolding, it's really crazy. It's like watching a movie. Anyways, see you all Wednesday. Donzi Jadatka.
Bonne nuit,
Bye. Bonsoir tout le monde.
Passez des bonnes